My name is Aaron Cormier, and I'm from Kaplan, Louisiana, but I've lived in Houston most of my life, so I would like to say I'm a Houstonian.
Before we get started with the interview, I just wanted to let everyone know that Aaron is the reason why Laid Out is laid out. How do you feel about that?
I feel good about it. I feel really good about it.
Now, you know, name is everything, and we needed it to be different. And sorry to say that your pain was our gain. Hey, how long have you been playing guitar?
I've been playing guitar now for, I guess, 20 years. I started when I was about 11, and I've been a musician my whole life. I was a drummer first. I was a drummer first and foremost. That was what I really was taking seriously for the first 10 years of playing music. I kind of noodled around with guitar. I always thought they were really cool, but I never thought like I could hack it. So I was just like a drummer. And then when I turned around 20, I started taking guitar a little bit more seriously and started to kind of flip the script and focus more on playing guitar than playing drums. So I've been playing for 20 years. I've been taking it more seriously for about 10 or 11 now. So.
Who taught you to play?
I kind of taught myself through basically the internet, guitar tabs, YouTube lessons. I picked up on stuff with a couple of dudes that I jammed with throughout the years, but a lot of it was just getting on the internet and just finding music that I was passionate about and just trying to like replicate it. So like my favorite guitarist and whatever, just trying to do what they do. And yeah, and it just came. Also, I played a lot of electric guitar with like my pedal board, which I have a loop station. So just making loops and jamming to my own stuff taught me a lot, and jamming with other people obviously taught me a lot too. So yeah, that's pretty much how I learned.
Do you ever play in bars or coffee shops?
I have with my solo stuff. I have not played a solo gig yet, but with bands that I've been with over the years, I have played bars and a couple coffee shops here and there. And I look forward to playing very, very soon some solo gigs at the coffee shop environments for sure.
So I can't wait till you start. When you get your first performance at a coffee shop, let us know. We'll definitely be there.
It'll be soon.
So when being in bands previously, how many bands were you in?
I would say, okay, projects and bands, probably about 6 to 8, somewhere in there. But seriously, I've taken 3 bands pretty seriously over the years, and the last 2 were definitely like my most long-term bands. In Loom being one of them, and Thirds being another one of them. And you can find music and stuff online of both those bands. Yeah, and in those bands, one of them I was doing drums for and sound design, so like synth work, and then the other band I took my first shot at actually like being a guitarist in an actual band. So yeah, that was the most recent project I was involved with.
And about how many shows do you think you've been in previously?
I have probably played somewhere between 50 and 60 shows. Yeah, in the last like 10 years, that's probably the amount of shows I've played.
So currently with the music that you play, do you have any albums out there?
I just released an album, we could say last week basically. It's called Channels, and it is my solo acoustic guitar instrumental album. And yeah, I worked on that for the songs have been in my archives in pieces for years. I kind of come up with riffs easily. Songwriting doesn't come as easily, but riffs come pretty easily. So I jot them down, I sketch them down, and I save them in an archive. And then every once in a while, I'll go back to those archives and kind of check them out, and I'll try and maybe glue some things together and see if things certain work from certain times, and maybe I can piece this together and make a song. And so I've been working on this album for I guess years, but really I made this album happen in about a 2 to 3 month period. I just got a fire lit in me that told me I needed to do this by a certain time and I needed to get moving. So I dug in the archives and I pieced together what I needed to do, and Channels happened very quickly, I guess you could say. 60% of it was decently pieced together. The rest of it kind of had to happen with a little bit more elbow grease, but it happened very fluently, and I'm excited that it happened like that.
And what would you say the inspiration behind the music came from?
I definitely am inspired by instrumental music and what that leaves open for the listener, and what that allows you to kind of experience on your own as a listener too. So I listen to a lot of instrumental music, so I've kind of just been super inspired by that for many years now. I would say that's a big inspiration for me. Other instrumental guitarists, and nature's a huge one. I don't know what else.
So what would you categorize your music as?
I would say ambient, acoustic, folk. Yeah, ambient, acoustic, folk is what I have to call it.
Now, I listened to the album. It's a great album. Love the calming effect your music has. Was that the intent?
I don't know if it was a conscious intention, but I think so at some level. I resonate with music like that very heavily. So for me, I've always worn my influences on my sleeve, and it was just kind of inevitable for it to kind of bleed out that way, because I listen to a lot of chill music like that, and yeah, so I guess at some level it was intentional, but not necessarily conscious.
Do you have would you plan on doing another album? And if you do, would you sing on it?
I do plan on having a couple more albums, solo albums. I'm kind of starting to work on another one right now, so maybe soon there'll be another one. That'd be awesome if it happened super soon. Singing, not necessarily. We'll see. I've had that question a lot. It's not my strong suit by no means, and it's never been something I've like really focused on. I've always just been like a car or shower singer kind of guy. I can do some backup vocals, but coming from just like the main attraction is not my main focus. So maybe, probably not.
So do you think you'll be a one-man show forever, or do you think you might eventually join another band if asked?
Yeah, so I've always been what I felt like a complementary musician. Like I always have felt that I fit the best in a band scenario. The solo idea has just been very, very recent. It's been in the last year that maybe I've even thought about that. So this is new territory for me, but I'm always involved in projects and always interested in being involved in projects, and always will be involved in projects. So yeah, I'm interested for what the next project is. The solo thing is just kind of an experiment for me.
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity you've given us to interview you. Do you have any last words?
I want to thank you guys too for the interview, for sure. And I guess my last words would be follow your passion and follow your heart. I feel like you will not be led astray.
Take us out.
I guess I'll give it a shot.